Michel aqui de volta, trazer aqui o The Sinking City pra vocês. Jogo que jogo pela primeira vez. Tá nas configurações aqui, tudo certinho. A volta aqui também que tá de boa. Iniciar um novo jogo aqui. Arthur Reed. Não vou ficar lendo aí que a leitura é uma porcaria. Mas tá acontecendo uma coisa na cidade aí. E o cara vai pra lá, não é? Uma coisa assim, resolver o problema. Mas esse jogo pareceu ser interessante. Pegada meio Lovecraft, embora eu nunca tenha lido Lovecraft. Então não sei onde Lovecraft ele realmente tem. Vamos ver se é um jogo bom, cara. Vamos ver se é um jogo bom. Espero que não tenha sido dinheiro jogado fora. %, carregando ainda. Ele também tem um negocinho de investigação, né? Uma pegada meio investigativa. Pode ser interessante, né? Depende de como ele for usar isso. Aí vamos lá. Eita! O jogo já começa loucão já. Já estamos controlando já. Um negócio maluco aqui já na parede. O aqui. Tem que segurar. Pólvora. Mola e cartucho. Carta dobrável. Carta do cara aqui, né? Pistola. Ele não vai usar a pistola, não? O B agacha. O RB dá o ataque aqui, corpo a corpo. O LB. Mas esse negócio aqui. Não vou pegar esse aqui não.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Não pode sair aqui.
Take your belongings off
esse
my
cara aqui.
ship first. Take your belongings off my ship first.
Tem que virar ela ali, olhar tudo, sei lá. Não é demais.
Now get out.
Olha esse cara.
Now get out.
Y escala.
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes van der Berg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
O que há com essa
Reaching
cidade?
Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
Tell me about this.
Inundação.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
You said
Sobre
you
meu
know
problema.
someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
Onde está
How can I
Robert?
find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss
Rothmore.
him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
Can you tell me a
Como
little
é
about
Robert
Mr.
Throgmorton?
A remarkable creature, scion of a robust bloodline, a philanthropist, a scholar, and the patron of the famous Oakmont University. A man of great ambitions and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
I'll need a
You
place
up
to
at the
lay
car?
my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
Quando
What's
chega
the
ao
best
Recife
way to
do
get around
Diabo.
Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Other places?
Mas você marca no mapa.
Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, the city archive, newspaper, places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
How do you fill your
O que você
days,
faz
Mr.
aqui?
Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought like moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont really have much of a market for philosophy these days?
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
Well, that's it for now. I
Adeus.
think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No, no. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
Ver o mapa aqui. Esse aqui é o barco. Cor da cidade. Hotel. Crônicas de Oakmont. Arma de polícia. Hospital Santa Maria. Sanatório. Biblioteca da Universidade de Oakmont. E a prefeitura. Habilidades aqui. História. Uma anotação ainda. Livro de casos.
We'll meet again, Mr.
Tá bom, vamos seguir. Tá, colocar é bem. Aqui, né?
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is fine.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
If I may
Pelo
ask,
que seu
what
filho.
happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers, mark my words.
I've
That
heard
was
you're the man to
visões.
speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouther-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
Vamos pausar, né?
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damn city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
Please
As
forgive the
missões são
question,
comuns.
but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
Mr.
Posso tentar
Throckmorton,
encontrar Albert.
let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera, you have a point, newcomer.
Sorry, did you just say
Vamos ver isso aqui.
Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you. I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Tane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to the house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
Where's the house?
Onde
where
fica a
this
casa dos
all happened?
pescadores?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. You were standing right in front of it.
You mentioned a
Só
lifeboat.
bote.
Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
As much as I'm enjoying the
Go in
weather, Mr. Throckmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
Eita. Olhada, evidências. Ah, tem que fazer aqui de qualquer jeito.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer, and keep your hands where I can see them.
Que isso, cara? Tem alguma coisa pra cá? Nada. Ó, RT que faz ele correr. É aqui, né? Acho que o direito acende aqui. Lanterna. Vê o que tem pra cá.
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
Cartucho, pólvora.
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
Eita. Vai escalar, né? Vamos subir. As caras do bem que tá
It
aqui.
would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Beleza.
Hello? Hey,
Vai falar com o cara.
can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What were you You police? I already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
I want to know what
Conte-me
happened
o que
here.
aconteceu.
Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Louis, we were here. This is our house. Barry was outside on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. And he started to make these horrible sounds and... Okay. My head began to burst. And he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing. Just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me.
That sounds familiar. Tell me about yourself.
Quem é você?
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Louis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was that or starve.
Where are all the
Onde
other
estão os
guys?
outros?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea where Louis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
Do you
Tudo
know
com
how
Paul.
Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay have mercy on his soul.
Who is this
Yeah,
Kay
Kay.
you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. Kay is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know. I'll leave you to it.
Zuir.
Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or, Kay, did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
Tá uma malucagem já. Tem ray tracing.
Choo choo. Ahem. Choo choo. Ahem.
Álcool. Carta de metal.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee. I can barely recognize
Olha
the
daqui.
face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Eita, tá perdendo a sanidade. Depois que a gente mexeu, caiu um negocinho ali. A barra azul.
Five cards short of a full house. I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
Mente.
Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. Seems like
Vamos ver
prohibition
aqui.
hasn't affected Oakmont too much.
Uma coisa. Aqui. Segure.
Grenna, Nehri,
Retrocognição. Ah, entendi. Ah, eu consigo fazer um negócio aqui, né?
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
Tá, correu pra cá. Não, mas tem. Para aqui. Esse acontecimento.
What's happening?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
What's happening?
Take
Dois
this,
aqui.
ape face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Aí, ó. Passo da mente. Induções. Ah, beleza.
My head. I still hear those voices.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Olha daqui. Tá, beleza. Ah, já fiz a ilusão. Beleza. Deixa eu dar uma olhada aqui, volta. Ah, eu tenho que ir juntando isso aqui. A diferença teria a volta. Preságios. Entendi. Sentimento anti-Throgmorton. Aí vai ter as ilusões, né? Beleza. Esse aqui. E pra cá. Vem pra cá, tem alguma coisa?
trust a tourist advertisement.
As evidências coletadas. Deixa eu tirar foto do negócio aqui. Já era? Vê, aqui tá com verde. Uma olhada aqui. Todas as evidências coletadas. Beleza. A gente vai ter que... Se cair aqui. Como é que sai aqui?
The end is nigh. It will begin again. What is down comes up. The sea.
Deixa pra lá com essa maluquice. A gente tinha que achar o barco, né? Também não tinha? Vamos explorar um pouquinho mais pra cá. Nada aqui assim. Aí não abre. E aqui o barco. Bote, né?
Can't catch a mackerel
Falar?
since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
You like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
Que isso?
Where's your Oberon, huh,
Vamos ver aqui?
Titania?
Evidência e testamento de Albert Throckmorton. Espero que alguém encontre isso. Meu nome é Albert Throckmorton. Isso é meu testamento. Para letá-lo, não deixe na mesa de Oakmont. Existe, elegível, jamais deveriam ter feito isso. Todo mundo deveria... Não, tudo deveria ter permanecido naquela caverna. Professora ilegível, temo que será de mim. Está ecoando em minha mente. Dançando a minha vista toda vez que fecho os olhos. Ilegível, o ciclo continua e continua e continua. Elegível, no fim virá. Devo alertar a todos. Devo dizer a meu pai. Elegível, ele está aqui.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
Todas as evidências coletadas. Por que tá desse jeito? Ah, voltou ao normal. Ah, entendi. Já pegou tudo aqui, agora. Vai ideia com o cara aqui mesmo.
I've said everything I know.
Contei o testamento do seu filho.
I found this in the lifeboat. Looks like it's your son's will.
Give it to me. Oh, my boy, what did you get yourself into? If only I hadn't sent you on that cursed expedition.
Bye.
Adeus. Tem que continuar aqui
Don't
então.
do anything stupid,
Acabou.
newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
Já tem um negócio aqui. Não mexe aqui não, né? Tem uma coisa pra cá? Não. Vou falar de subir mais rápido.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp. There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Ah. Não, beleza, isso que eu tô vendo.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
My head! I still hear those voices.
Choo choo. Ahem.
Este aqui. História, cidade. Pode um troféu. Seus documentos. De caso. Ah, beleza, vou conseguir. Agora apareceu, agora é pra gente seguir. Aqui.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
Cá não foi. Pra cá. Tá pra onde a próxima coisa? Pra cima? Não sei se é aqui pra cima. Mas nem sobe. Aqui, ó.
Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
Vai subir aí. Eu pra cá. Aqui. Armazém.
There's something in the pocket.
Leite manchado de sangue. Luiz, por favor, me dê mais uma semana. Eu sei que estou devendo, mas estou até o pescoço como todo o resto por aqui. Mal tenho como manter o bar funcionando com toda a confusão no porto. Não se preocupe, eu fiz um acordo com certa pessoa e devo ter suprimento constante em breve. Só mais uma semana ele paga o dobro Do que eu devo? Peter.
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have got far.
É um sangue fresco, hein? Álcool. Cata. Esse aqui. Pólvora. Deixa eu lá em cima, olhar em cima. Ó, isso não tem nada. Pra baixo então. É tenebroso aqui, hein? Radiado. Dá uma olhada aqui. Pólvora e cartucho. Eu só. Beleza. Espera aqui.
Budge.
Nossa. Que isso? Que porcaria é essa? Que porcaria é essa? O jogo já começou com as loucuras já.
One fatal round
Olha
to the
daqui.
forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Palácio da mente. Vamos dar uma olhada aqui. Pode ter mais. Não, pior que não. Caraca. Vamos olhar aqui. Palácio da mente. Beleza, perseguiu Albert, Luiz. Beleza, volta aqui. Albert foi assassinado. O bar tá em dívida com o Luiz. Não. Também não. Aí, ó. Luiz pode estar no bar. Beleza, pode estar escondido no bar. O Albert não tem nenhuma outra evidência que caiba, não. Pra ter uma percepção boa. Delete. Vamos lá no bar. Uma investigação maneira, cara, esse jogo aqui. Mas no começo, assim, não tá chata. Barulho, hein? A atmosfera de terror, assim, é muito boa. Não é uma Resident Evil, mas é muito boa. Tá, vamos sair aqui. Vou falar com ele mesmo. Seu filho foi assassinado.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
No.
Yeah. I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
Sua perda.
Condolences, Mr. Throckmorton. I had hoped for a happier outcome.
Your condolences will not bring him back. So much of our blood spilt for nothing. So much effort in vain. My poor Albert. Tell me you know who did it. I want to look him in the eyes, make him beg for mercy.
Mister chamado Lewis.
Seems like he was a fisherman by the name of Lewis. He had a gun and pursued Albert after he fled the house.
Lewis it is, then. What do you know of him?
Turns out you were right. He's an Innsmouther.
Those filthy scum have done it now. When I'm through with them, they will rue the day they dared lay a finger on a Throgmorton. Bring me that dirtbag, Lewis. He and I are due a reckoning. Do this for me, and I'll help you with anything you need.
Cadê? Hospital. Vi algumas criaturas estranhas por aí.
Mr. Throgmorton, I've encountered something.
What? I don't have all day.
Some unusual creatures. And they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately, not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Bye.
E ainda tem coisa aqui. A gente não terminou. Ah, você tem que falar com o cara? Ele queria saber.
Ed, I still hear those voices.
Não, não é isso não. Olha que eu venho aqui, eu pego uma coisa nesse local.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
There was a fierce fight here, but... someone tried to flee.
Vamos tentar achar outra coisa aqui. Não abre. Fazendo uns lugares aqui que eu nem sei se é de boa andar, mas tudo bem. Não tem nada. Ah, o bar aqui. Os caras aparecendo. Vamos falar com esse cara aqui.
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Vou falar com esse.
Knock it off.
Perdão, cara. Perdão, cara. É estranho você, mas perdão. Fala com esse cara aqui.
What do you want?
Ali vindo umas criaturas estranhas nas
I've seen
redondezas.
some unsettling creatures around, like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
Preciso encontrar Lewis
I'm
Flynn.
looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah, even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
Você está abrigando um
Robert
criminoso.
Throgmorton hired me to investigate his son's disappearance. I found the note about your debt to Lewis near his cold, dead body. And it looks like Lewis murdered Robert's kid. You want him to come here and ask instead of me?
What?
Don't what me. At best, you're harboring a criminal. At worst, you're an accessory to murder.
What? No. I ain't done nothing.
Tell that to Mr. Throgmorton.
No. No. Throg. Lewis is upstairs. Here's the key.
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. Bye.
Adeus. Chave do Parman.
Come.
Falar aqui.
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of, fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Seems a
Bobagem.
generic, don't you think?
I see many things, boy, and I will tell you them in detail for a small fee.
All right, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
Let's hear
Certo,
what
uma
my
bala.
future holds.
Good. Let me focus. The sea will be generous in the coming days. Many gifts delivered, and many will regret partaking.
I don't think I follow.
I see old and new. A hard heart against an iron will. Whoever wins, you win too. But you'll only see that from inside a metal cage. And tall pillars circled by the dead. A race from one to the next as time itself laughs.
Não fez nenhum
I'd
sentido.
like my bullet back.
It is what it is. The truth will out soon. Me, I just caught an early glimpse.
Why do I feel like I got scammed?
Fomos enganados. Mas história, mitologia, profecia da cartomante, né? Pra ver a mitologia aqui, né? Mesmo que não serviu pra nada. Nada aqui.
Hey,
Aqui.
who are you? What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Como tudo isso aconteceu?
What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, I can't remember a thing.
Por que você é assim?
Why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? Wanna spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the she. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
Você matou Albert, por quê?
To kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
Por que só a gente odeia os Throgmorton?
There's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
You
Que grande família é
mentioned
essa?
Grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
Suas ações parecem
Things you did
deliberadas.
to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I think I
Eu ouvi
got what
bastante.
I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
This is
Vou
not
pensar.
exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
You think you're
No.
the first person to offer me a bribe?
Please, Mr. Reed.
Now, don't try my patience further, Mr. Flynn.
Tá. Acidamente. Caraca. Ele disse que não tava acidente. Todo mundo disse que não estava ciente. A histeria, né? Que afetou os caras. Pode ser que sim, mas também... né, o Luiz falou que odiava os Throgmorton, mas... eu acho que não podia controlar os atos totalmente. Eu acho que é uma coisa mais próxima da verdade que a gente tem aqui. Chegando na conclusão aqui. Que o Luiz...
Please, I told you the truth, I swear.
Que o Luiz é... inocente, né? Sendo que ele não... os atos não foram feitos por ele mesmo.
The port is closed by order of Robert Throckmorton.
Embora ali, mas uma coisinha ali fora do lugar, eu colocar ele como culpado, né? Todo esse sentimento anti-Oakmont, da raiva. Vou ter que mentir.
I tracked the murderer down, but he was attacked by those things prowling the back alleys. They tore him apart. It was that Innsmouther fisherman, Lewis. He was covered in your son's blood. That may have attracted the beasts.
Are you certain the body is his?
Beyond any doubt. All that's left of him is a heap of flesh and this scrap of cloth. It's from his jacket. Just ask his friends.
Alas, this was my revenge to exact, not some wild beast's. Something must be done about those pests. Still, justice has been served. This isn't closure, but at least I know now the story. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Kay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
Encontrar as visões, as fontes das minhas visões.
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I see things, visions, and I needed to stop. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know. But I believe the source of this madness is here, in Oakmont.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
Por que uma expedição geológica?
Geological expedition. I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
Uma ligação entre as visões e a histeria.
These cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well.
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture, a sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
Acho que a inundação não foi natural.
Flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster.
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
Uma descoberta até o momento.
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
O assassinato e a expedição estão ligados.
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
Vale pro pagamento.
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
Beleza, cartucho, antipsicóticos, XP. Caso concluído. Uma recepção um pouco calorosa. Novo caso, perdido no mar. Habilidade não serve pra nada, né? Até ó, ponto de conhecimento. Combate, vigor. Clareza absoluta. É interessante. Livro de casos. A gente tá aqui a marcação já, não tá? Esse aqui tem um bar, mas tem um porto aqui. Ah, eu posso... marcar aqui. Maneiro. Salvar salvo automático, não é pra salvar. Ah, mas dá pra salvar manual. Então, pessoal, tipo, o início aqui desse King City, o jogo ele é maneiro, cara. Ele é uma pegada um pouco mais lenta, né, do que jogos de ação e tudo mais, e não um jogo de ação. Mas maneiro, cara, a investigação, gostei. Gostei, esse primeiro caso foi maneiro. Vou tentar trazer ele todo aqui no canal. Não sei se vou tentar até o final jogando ele, mas vou tentar trazer. Aí, pessoal, esse foi o início do jogo aqui, do The King City. Se gostou do vídeo, curte, comenta, compartilha, se inscreve no canal. Pode dar gente, aproveita, dá uma olhada na descrição. Tem para as lives. link do nosso podcast. Então por aqui, tenho Cristo sempre. Até a próxima. Fui.